Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Failed with major repairs. Technical repair report for bidding. Restoration with permit by fully licensed vendor. Engineer oversight. 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Okay, this is Fire Escape Engineer in Brooklyn. This is position number C1, we're going to call this. And let's get going with our video. I've deemed that these steps are too far gone. You can see, like right here, it's completely separating out, and it's too dangerous to go any further. The first thing that happened, I was pulling on this rail, and the whole piece came out here. This thing's like, anyhow, that thing is going to pull out the whole rail. It's dangerous. The steps are ready to go here, so I'm not going to go any further. They've put a few new steps in, but there's old ones. It's a little bit hard to see, but there is a ladder to the roof. The ladder does punch through the rungs, and it looks like good support on it, so that needs just a painting. And then let me go over the components. I'll do it from down here. It's a little bit easier. So we got our railing, the usual 2" by 3/8 ballast rods every 6 inches, 1/2 inch diameter, 1.5 inch bottom rail, and that is 1/4 inch. You've got your usual brackets. They go into the wall. The initial bar is 3/8 by 2 inches. That goes into the building. It's bent over and bolted. And then you can see here, you got your 3/4 square that goes on the hypotenuse and then up the wall. And that makes the basic components. You've got everything's slanted on this. And you can see it's really just deteriorated a lot. They did some work on these, but above that, forget it. So we have, let's see, looks like it's 12 by 3 the overall dimensions, and then you've got 2 large brackets on each platform, and then a little middle one here. The stretch between the 2 windows is thin. It's about 1 foot. And we've got extensive rest jacking on all of these treads. You've got your usual rails that are 3/4 inch and diameter, solid. Same thing for the posts. And you've got a bad skew on this one, and this one looks like it's skewed also going up. So that's basically what you have. I'm going to have to interrupt the video because it's kind of tricky for me to get down from here. I experienced this really bad rail here. So I'm going to shut this down, and then I'll start it up at the next platform. Let me just show you this. You can see this whole thing is pulled out. Okay, actually I'm okay now, so I can come down. And I'm coming down very gingerly because a lot of this is a lot of rust and rust jacking. I don't know, let me give you some shots. As you can see, like here, we're actually missing the rivets. So this is in poor condition, extensive rust and rust jacking. And that rail and that tread that I looked above become life safety issues on this one. Let me just give you a shot from here down. You can see the guide for this is starting to There's a lot of extensive rust jacking on the guide itself. When we get down there, we'll see if the ladder works. And then you can see the skew on this. Again, extensive rust and rust jacking. And badly skewed. This whole thing is shifting. Okay, let me go down to the next flight. And again, this is C1 on 223 3rd Avenue. Okay, that takes care of that. And this is the ladder itself. Let me give you a shot. I'm going to shut this off and see if it in fact moves. Okay, it did in fact move. So that is good news, but it still fails, and that's life safety issues because of the railing and the tread that's ready to go up there. Okay, this concludes the inspector's summary video. This is C1 at 223 43rd Street.
Life safety issues exist. Emergency repairs required before restoration to make ready for intended use. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.